So y'all, it's your boy Willie from Willie Plays Instruments or Willie Making Plays Instruments, whichever one you find when you research me in the YouTube. Today is not a cover video, it's not a tutorial, it's more of a live masterclass, a small masterclass on a kazoo. But I gotta tell y'all the things that you usually have to say within these videos. So the first thing I'm gonna say is like, comment, share, subscribe. The second thing I'm going to tell you is that a kazoo is a humming instrument. It's not a blowing instrument, but you should totally try blowing in it. I'm going to take this kazoo apart real quick. This is why I tell y'all about the kazoos. Like I said, it is a humming instrument. So this is what happens if you blow into it. This what happens if you blow into it. Nope, my bad. See, nothing happens. I also took out the membrane too, but nothing happens. So it's a humming instrument. The membrane is a small, I would say it is if I keep losing it every time I try to record this video, there it is. It's like a small little circle. It's a smaller circle piece. Some people use paper, some people use cardboard. Whatever you get when you get these kazoos. I have a kazoo that supposedly they say is a bass kazoo. It sounds just like every other kazoo, so I don't know why y'all calling it the bass kazoo, but yeah, I have that. And once again, with the membrane, when you hum into the kazoo, because once again, it's a humming instrument, not a blowing instrument. This is what happens without the membrane. So it makes noise, but it doesn't sound right. So for all the vision impaired people, if you get a kazoo, I would tell you to explore it. You should fill a hole depending on where you have the kazoo. If you open the kazoo and you face it away from you, turn it around, you should fill that hole. Some way, shape, or form, you should fill a circle hole. And there's a top on it. It keeps the membrane from falling out. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is, this is Misty. I'm going to put a membrane in her, and then I'm going to share with you guys what she sounds like. Some of my tricks and tips to play in her. And it's different than everybody else's, so don't go listen to another kazoo player and he tells you differently. Take it with a grain of salt, because that's how he plays it. So let me put this membrane in here real quick. Once again, it's a small little circle piece, cardboard, paper, plastic, whatever. There's three types of kazoos. There's plastic, there's wood, there's metal, and I got a plastic. I like plastic, anything. So you take the membrane, which like I said was the little small cardboard, plastic, paper, whatever. You put it into, like I said, a circle where the hole is. And then you just twist it on. Give me a second. This one acts like it doesn't want to twist on. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Twist it. So when you put it on, you put the membrane into the small hole. You put the top on, because it comes with a top. Any kazoo players out there that's listening, please let me know what's the name of the top that the membrane is. So anyway, you put that top on, you twist it to the right, it should collapse. And now when I play the kazoo, this is what should happen. So basically now, that's the sound you're gonna get when you put the membrane in there. So the first thing you gotta do, I would say I'm gonna tell everybody this: try it. We don't told y'all. Every kazoo trying to told you this. Blow into it. See what happens when you blow into it. Let's blow. Blow real quick with me. Now, if you blowing it and you get sound, if you blowing it and you get sound, that is not a kazoo. That's something else. That's not a kazoo. That's something else. If you blowing it and you make sound, it's not a kazoo. It's something else. Now, I want you to just randomly hum a song. Now, when you do that, take the kazoo, put it to your mouth, and do that same thing. Now that's what you can do. If you made that sound when you put the kazoo in your mouth, congratulations, you're a kazoo player. Now there's a guy on there that teaches kazoo, and he says there's a method that makes it a little dope. Like if you want to play your kazoo and be cool and stuff, there's a method called the ta-dee-do method. Ta-dee-do or ta-dee-da? Ta-dee-da. I think it's ta-dee-da. I can't remember. Basically, it's kind of like when you play the saxophone and you tongue. I don't know if you can tongue on a kazoo or not. I just know that I do it. That's what I do. Because, play saxophone. And any instrument, I just assume you use your tongue with it. That's just me. So, I play with my tongue. You can play with your tongue if you want to, if you can do it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hum, and we're going to do, I'm going to say ta-dee-da. It's going to change when you get experience with doing it. But for now, just think ta-dee-da. So instead of what you're going to do is ta-dee-da. And then once you get to that, you're gonna bring the kazoo to your mouth and do that same thing. And keep on practicing because kazoos are loud. So when you can get to where you can play kazoos at night, you're good too. It's morning time where I'm at, so that's why I'm playing loud. But usually I would play it, quiet. You can play it quiet, so you gotta focus on your humming, the way that you breathe, and the way that you do your ta-dee-das. You can most definitely play this silently. So that's an example of playing soft and loud. You can go loud. Once again, this is what they call a bass kazoo. Tell me in the comments if y'all think it sounds very bassy or not. It also depends on how the way you do. Because of this example, that's why it sounds high. You can do high notes, you can do no. It's the way that, and you also have to sing too. If you can sing, that's good. You got something going up if you can sing. Now I'm gonna teach you something that I like to do. Once again, you don't need to do this. I just like doing it because I really don't like the sound of kazoos unless I do this. Sorry, y'all. I really don't like kazoos unless I do this. When I do this, then I kind of like the kazoo. So the hole, if you can find the hole, don't put your thumb on the hole. Okay, that is you muting this kazoo. You can mute the kazoo with the membrane. So when you blow, you do your ta-da-dee-das. When you hum and you do your ta-da-dee-das, you can mute it. That also helps you when you want to do solos. So you can, this is what you can do with it. Watch this. That's just me pushing my thumb up and down. So like I said, when I do this, I do it with a half thumb. You can do it with a whole thumb if you really want to mute it. Like I said, it helps with you playing at night. If you can't get your tones to be soft, if you can't get your tones to be soft, that's one way to play quietly. You can just mute it. It sounds super dope when you mute it. I can play a whole song by muting it. And like I said, I can play at night. Now, what I like to do is you can put your thumb over it, but you have to press your thumb down. That's how you get the sound I just did. If you put your thumb over the hole, or if you are able to put your thumb halfway over the hole, that's how I like to play, usually. So here's how I like to play usually. It's going to sound the same like if you don't have your thumb over it or not. But this is to keep, supposedly on the YouTube channel they say this is another way to get all the buzz out. But hey, I like the buzz because I want it to sound like a saxophone. So here's what it sounds like with half the thumb. With no finger. Mute. Half fingered. So to do the half finger, I would tell you to even put your thumb, the big old nice big fat part of your thumb, put it in the hole, but don't push down, because once again, if you push down, so just put your thumb over the hole. So it's like I say, you take the fat piece of your thumb and put it over the hole, but don't push down because you mute it if you push down. Just put your thumb over it. And I'll also say, practice with the kazoos, so you can get your sound. You know what to do, you know what you like, and all that. So this has been my kazoo masterclass with your boy Willie. If you got any questions, put them down in the comment section. And a little more and here's a little something to inspire you to pick up the kazoo. If you want to solo, the best way to solo is, first of all, you need to learn how to do the things you need to learn is breath control. You need to learn how to do T, D, Da before you can put any other letters on there. You can do all the alphabet if you want to. Just start with T, D, Da. Then after you learn T, D, Da, learn how to play to the point where you can get it to make it sound silent without muting it. When you can get it to sound like and then you can go into muting it. So after you learn how to do that, then you can learn how to mute, do the half hole, and then after that you should be ready to play your first song, 2 or 3, whatever. So like I say, your first step is to learn how to hum. You should already know that. But then your next step is to learn how to do like the T, D, Da. After you learn how to do T, D, Da, learn how to do T, D, Da and play silently. After you learn how to do T, D, Da and play silently, then you learn how to mute. Then you learn how to do your half finger. And then you learn your first song. Now, when you learn your first song, I would say if you can, once again, like I said, you learn the breath control so you can play low and high. So when you play TD da, you can bring it up, you can bring it down, you can leave. Like for instance, I'm gonna do a TD da, and I'm gonna show you what you would know how to do in a song. So let's say for instance, I'm gonna play the same song. I'm gonna show you what it's like when you know how to bring that TD, when you know how to control your TD das. This what happens. So here's a regular TD da. So now from the solo, all right? Okay, here we go. Solo time. So all I'm doing is taking my breath and my tongue and putting them together with the TDD da. So you can make it high, you can make it low. You can have a, and then you can have a, another example. And once again, that also consists of you being able to sing too. I can't sing. I just know what to do to pretend it like I know how to. So that's the master class, man. I hope y'all like this master class. I hope this inspired you to pick up a kazoo. It's a real easy instrument. They say all these other instruments are easy. No, a kazoo is really easy. All it is you just picking up a kazoo, putting it in your mouth, and humming your favorite song. That's it. I see y'all next time in another cover or tutorial or whatever, man. This is my new kazoo. I just got this kazoo not that long ago. Like I said, supposedly they call it a bass kazoo, but like once again, if you go listen to any kazoo and compare this, they all sound the same. So I don't know how you're gonna be able to tell them apart, because they all sound the same. Like you can have an alto, a tenor, a bass, a soprano, and they're all gonna sound the same. So I don't know why you put a tag on it. I would also advise you guys, if you really into it like I am, I'm a nerd now. You know, there's a lot of YouTube videos. That's another reason why I like this. There's a lot of YouTube videos. There's history. There's even factories that make them. So man, pick up a kazoo, try it out. Tell me what you think in the comments. Y'all want me to do anything else like this? You know what to do. And like I said at the beginning of the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all be safe out there. At least try. Peace.